again, in thunder, lightning, or in rain.
When the holy battle's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth!
Say to the king the knowledge of the broils, thou didst leave it.
Doubtful, it stood. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, for to that the multiplying villainies of nature do small upon him. And fortune, on his dame quote smiling, shone like a rebel's whore. but all's too weak for brave Macbeth. Well, he deserves that name. Disdaining fortune with his branded steel, carved out his passage till he unseamed him from the nave to the chaps and fixed his hand upon the battlements.
O worthiest cousin!
As sun gins his perfection, shipwrecking storms and direful thunders break, so from the spring whence comfort seemed to come, discomfort swells. Mock, Kingscote and mock, new vain lords of vantage, with furbished arms and new supply of men, began a fresh assault.
This made this not our captains Macbeth and Banquo.
Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or the hare the lion. If I say sooth, I must report it were as cannons overcharged with double cracks as they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe. Except they meant to bathe in reeking wounds or memorize another Golgotha, I cannot tell. But I am faint. My gaseous cry for help.
So will their works become thee as thy wounds. Go get them, surgeons.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy thing?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till Macbeth confronted him arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit, and to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness! But no more that Thane shall deceive our bosom interest. Go pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What ye have lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Been, sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife hath chestnuts in her lap, and munched, and munched, and munched.
Give me, quoth I.
All right, thee witch!
The rum-fed Runyon cried. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, and in sieve I'll thither sail.
And like a rat without a tail, I'll do and I'll do and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art kind.
And I another.
I shall drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live, a man forbid. Where is the night's 9 times 9, he shall dwindle, peak, and pine. And though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have.
Show me. Show me.
A sailor's thumb, wrecked as homeward he did come.
drum. A drum. Macbeth doth come. The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, thus do go about,
Thrice to thine,
Thrice to mine.
and thrice again
to make up 9.
Peace. The charm's wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire, that looks not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are honored. Live you, or are you aught what man may question?
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis!
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth. Thou shalt be king hereafter. Good sir, why do you start? And seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly ye show? My noble partner agreed with present grace and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope, and he seems to rap for all. To me you speak not. If you can glance into the seeds of time and see which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me. For neither begs nor fears your favors, nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail,
Hail!
Lesser than Macbeth, and greater.
not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail!
Stay! You imperfect speakers, tell me more. I know I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why, upon this blasted heath, you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you!
The earth has bubbles as the water has, and these are of them.
Would they have stayed?
Were there such things here as we do speak about?
Your children shall be kings,
You shall be king.
and Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
The king has happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. And when he reads thy personal ventures in the rebels' fight, his wonders and his praises do contend which should be thine or his. Silenced with that in viewing over the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afeard of what thyself didst make, strange images of death in his kingdom's great defence.
We assent to give thee from our royal master thanks, to herald thee into his sight, not bade thee.
He bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which edition hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane, lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and vantage, or that with both he labored in his country's wreck, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Glamis and the Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do not you hope your children shall be kings, when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor. 'Tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truth. Win us with honest trifles to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousins? A word I pray you.
Two truths are told, as happy prologue to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, then why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth I am Thane of Cawdor? If good, then why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shaped so my single state of man, that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
New honors come upon him, like our strange garments cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
With Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favour. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and at more time the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then enough. Come, friends.
This execution done on Cawdor. Are those in commission not yet returned?
My liege, they've not yet come back, but I did speak with one who saw him die. Nothing in this life became like leaving it.
There is no art to find the man's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Worthiest cousin, the sins of my ingratitude even now bears heavy on me. Thou art as far before the swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Only I have left to say more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself.
Well, come hither. I have begun to plant thee and will make thee full of growing. A noble Banquo, who has no less deserved nor must be known, no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, what on in fullness seeks to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanks. And you whose places are the nearest, know that we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, whose honor must not unaccompanied invest him only, but signs like nobleness, like stars, shall shine on all deserved. From hence to Inverness, and bind this further to you.
The rest is labour which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. And so humbly take my leave.
My worthiest fame.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down or else overleap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires.
True, worthy Banquo, he is full so valiant, and in his accommodations I am fet. It is a banquet to me. Let's after him, whose care has gone before to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman.
They met me in the day of success, and I've learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time with Hail, King, that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay to thy heart and farewell. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised, yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great. Art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valour of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid thus seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here today. One of my fellows had the speed of him, who almost dead for breath had scarcely more than would wake up his message.
Give him tending, he brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse. There croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, topful of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the axis and passage to remorse, that no compunctuous visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come, thick night, and pour thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all-hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here today.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters to beguile the time. Look like the time. Bear welcome in your eyes, your hands, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this great night's business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear, so all to favour ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
See, our honoured hostess. The love that follow us sometimes is our trouble, though we still thank us love.
All our service in every point twice done, and then done double, were poor and single business to contend against those honours steep and broad wherewith your majesty loads our house.
We caused him at the heel and had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he writes well, and his sharp spurs as great as his love had hoped him to his own before us. Fair noble hostess, give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him.
It were done, when 'tis done. Then 'twere well it were done quickly. But in these cases we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instruction, which being taught, return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. He's here, in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, and then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued, against the deep damnation of his taking off. I have no spurs to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself and falls on the other.
We have almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honoured me of late, and I have bought golden opinion from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in the newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Has it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale, and what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love, and thou art feared to be the same in thine own act and valour as thou art in desire, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would.
Prithee, peace. I dare to all that may become a man, who dares do more is none.
What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place a dinner here, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, was it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums, and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn, as you have done to this.
If we should fail!
We fail! But screw your curse to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his hard day's journey soundly invite him, his two chamberlains shall I with wine so convince that memory shall be a fume. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lies in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will they not be received, when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber, and used their very daggers that they have done it?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamour roar upon his death?
I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what false heart doth know.
summons lies like lead upon me. And yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers restrain me, the cursed thought that knave took its way to interpose. Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir? Not yet a rest? The king's a bed. It has been an unusual pleasure and since you have great ideas to your officers. I dreamt last night of 3 weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet when we can entreat an hour to serve, it would be spent in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent, it shall make honour for you.
As I lose none in seeking to augment it, but keep my bosom franchised and my allegiance clear, I shall be counselled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Go bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bill. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalledst me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee yet, and on thy blade, and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Thou sure and firm said earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. While I thread, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go, and 'tis done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their possets. That death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
God bless us. Amen.
Alas, I'm afraid they have awaked and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. My husband?
I've done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
Did not you speak?
When?
Now?
As I sinned.
I.
This is a sorry sight.
Foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
The one did laugh in his sleep, the one cried, God bless us. And Amen, the others, they had seen me with these hangman's hands, listening their fears. I could not say Amen when they did say, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce Amen? I had most need of blessing, and Amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us
I
mad.
thought I heard a voice. Christ, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the ravelled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life, sore labour's bath, born of hurt minds, great nature's second cause, chief nourisher and life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more, Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain sicklier things. Go. Get some water. And clear this filthy witness from your hand. Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them, and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I'll go no more, I'm afraid to think what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
No purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gilt the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How now? How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hands?
My hands are of your colour. But a shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. More knocking. Get on your nightgown as occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not to know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
Yes, I'm knocking indeed. If a man were porter of Hellgate, he should have all turning the key. Knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Ah. is a farmer. One that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in time, as napkins enough about you, here you'll sweat for it. Knock! Knock! Who's there in the name of the devil? Faith is an equivocator. One that could swim both the scales against either scale. Who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, come on in, equivocator. Knock! Knock! Never out of quiet. What are you? This place is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. And on, I pray you! Remember the porter?
Was it so late, friend? You went to bed that you do lie so late.
We were caroused until second cock. And drink, sir, is a great provoker of 3 things.
Which 3 things do drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, sleep, nose painting, ooh, and urine, sir. Lechery, sir. It provokes and unprovokes. For it provokes the desire, but takes away the performance. Therefore, much drinking may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It sets him on as it takes him off. It persuades him and disheartens him. Makes him to stand to and not stand to. And in conclusion, equivocates him in his sleep and giving him the lie leaves him.
I think drink gave thee the lie last night.
Oh, that it did, sir. In the very throat on me. But I requited him for his lie, and I think, being too strong for him, though he took up my legs sometimes, yet I made a shift to cast him.
Is that master stirring? Oh, we have awoken him with our knocking. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thing?
Not yet.
He did command me to call time on him, and I've almost slipped the hour. I know this is a joyful trouble to you, yet 'tis one.
The labour we delight in physics pain.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay our chimneys were blown down. As they say, lamentings heard in the air. Strange screams of death. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
Horror! 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 Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Most sacrilegious murder has broken open the Lord's anointed temple and stolen in the life of the building.
Medius Majesty.
Approach the chamber and destroy your sight with the new organ. Do not bid me speak. Approach and see yourself. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell. Murder and treason. Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look upon death itself. Malcolm! Banquo!
What's the business? Speak! Speak!
Little lady, it's not for you to hear what I can speak. Banquo, our royal master's murdered.
Oh, that's what? In our house?
To crawl anywhere. I pray thee, dear Cutoff. Contradict myself and say it's not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time.
What is amiss?
You are. And do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered.
By whom?
Those of his chamber seem to have done it. Their hands and faces badged with blood, as were their daggers which unwiped we found upon their pillows.
No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate, furious, loyal, and neutral in a moment, no man. Here lay Duncan, and there the murderers, steeped in the colours of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain? That had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make his love known.
Help me hence!
Look to the lady.
Let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shakes us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence against the undivulged pretense I fight off treasonous malice.
So do I.
So
all.
Do not consult with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office the false man does easy.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet been lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. I'll to England. Their staggers and then smiles. The nearer blood, the nearer blood. Is it known who did the more than bloody deed?
those that Macbeth hath slain.
What good could they pretend?
They was warned. Malcolm is stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Gainst nature still, thriftless ambition that will reven up thine own life's means. Then it's most likely that the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He's already named.
Thou hast now King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised, and I fear thou had played most foully for it. And yet, it is said that it shall not stand in thy posterity, but myself shall be the root and father of many kings. If there comes some truth on them, as upon thee, Macbeth, thy speeches shine, why but the verities on thee made good? Might they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope? Hush, no more.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it has been as a gap in our great feast, an old thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, with which my duties will be with the most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should else have desired your good advice, which hath been both grave and prosperous in this day's council, but we'll take tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far as will fill the time twisters and supper. Go my horse not the better, I must become a borer of the night for a dark hour or twain.
Fear not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousin is bestowed in England, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their heroes with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, when we shall have cause of state craving us jointly. Hie you to horse. Adieu, till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you.
Aye, my good lord. Our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. To make society the sweeter welcome, we will keep ourselves till supper time alone. Why then? God be with you, Sirrah, a word with you. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. He chid the sisters when first they put the name of king upon me. Then prophet-like, they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they place a fruitless crown and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched by an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, why then for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind, for them the gracious Duncan have I murdered, to make them kings, the seeds of Banquo kings! Rather than so, come fate into the list, and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Now go to the door and stay there till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
Why then have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was Banquo who in times past hath held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospeled to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Aye. In the catalogue ye go for men, as greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, shugs, water rugs, and demi-wolves, are clipped all by the name of dogs. Now, if you have a station in the file, not in the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I'll put that business in your bosom, whose execution takes your enemy off, grapples you to the heart, and love of us.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of this world have so incensed that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I another, so weary with disasters, tugged with fortune, that I would set my lie on any chance to mend it, or be rid on it.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our spirit shine through you. I will advise you where to plant yourselves, for it must be done tonight. And Fleance, his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour.
We are resolved, my lord.
It is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
How now, my lord? Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We've scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself again whilst our poor Malice remains in danger of her former tooth. Better be with the dead, whom we to gain our peace have sent to peace, than to lie on the torture of the mind in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel, nor poison, malice domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Come on, gentle my lord. Sleek over your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
Full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest that Banquo and his fiancée lives.
You must leave this. In them nature's copies not eternal.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. There shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Thou marvelest at my words, yet hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
But who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth! He meets not our mistrust, since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to the direction just.
Well, then, stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day, and near approaches the subject of our watch.
Ha! Give us a light. Then 'tis he, for the rest that are within the note of expectation already are in the court.
A light.
'Tis he.
Stand to it.
There will be rain tonight.
Let it come down.
Treachery.
Fly, you fiends! Fly! Fly! No misadventure! Slave!
Who did strike out the light?
Was it not the way?
There's but one down. The child is fled.
We have lost best half of our affair.
Well, let's away, and say how much is done.
your own decrees, sit down. At first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thanks, Your Majesty.
Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends. For my heart speaks, they are welcome.
Be large in mirth, and none will drink a measure the table round. There's blood on my face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for Fleance.
Most well, sir. Fleance escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I just been perfect, whole as the marble, founded as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air. But now I am cabined, crimped, confined, bound to saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo's safe.
Aye, my good lord. Safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trench gashes upon his head.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The worm that is fled hath nature that in time will venom breed, no teeth for the present. Get thee gone. Tomorrow we will hear ourselves again.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer.
Sweet remembrancer. Now, good digestion wait on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness sit.
Here, had we now our country's honour roofed, were the graced person of our Banquo present, whom may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance?
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please it your highness to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here is the place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my lord. What is it that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me!
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Sit! Worthy friends, my lord is often thus and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon his thought he shall again be well. Are you a man?
I am a bold one that dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts, impostors to true fear, shame itself. Why do you make such faces when all sudden you look but on a stool?
Oh, prithee, see there. Behold, look, lo, how say you? Why, what care I, if thou canst not speak too?
What? Quite unmanned in folly.
If I stand here, I saw him!
Fine, for shame.
The times have been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal murders on their crowns and push us from our stools. 'Tis more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. Give me some wine. Fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to my dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. To all and him we thirst, and all to all.
Our duties and the pledge.
About I quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee! thoughts are marrowless, thy blood is cold, thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom, 'tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare, I dare. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble nor be alive again. And damn me to the desert with thy sword! Hence! Horrible shadow! Unreal mockery! Hence! I pray you sit still.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe. When now I think you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks, when mine is so blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
Pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. How sayest thou that Macbeth denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not one of them, but in his house I keep a servant fee. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters, more shall they speak. For now, I am bent to know by the worst means the worst. And for mine own good, all causes shall give way. I am, in blood, stepped in so far that should I wait no more, returning were as tedious as go over.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Come, will to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts, which can interpret further. Only I say things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Marry, he was dead. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late, whom you may say, if it please you, fleance killed for fleance fled. Men must not walk too late.
Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm to kill their gracious father? Damn fact. How it did grieve Macbeth. Did he not straight in pious rage the
two delinquents tear who were slaves of drink and thralls of sleep. Was this not nobly done? Ay, and wisely too, for it would have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So that I say he has borne all things well. And I do think that had he Duncan's son under his key, and as it please heaven he shall not, they would find what 'twere to kill a father, so should fleance. But peace, for from broad words, and 'cause he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Can you tell where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the Duke of Perth, lives in the English court. Thither, Macduff has gone to wake Northumberland and the warlike seaward. That, by the help of these, with him above to rectify the work, we may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free from our feasted tables bloody knives, do faithful homage and receive free honors. All of which we bind for now. And this report has so exasperated the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Send he to Macduff?
He did. And with an absolute, "Sir, not I," the cloudy messenger turns me his back and hums, as who should say, "You'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer."
And that well might advise him to keep what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country under hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the head pig wine.
'Tis time. 'Tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Days and nights as 31, sweltered venom sleeping got, boil thou first in the charmed pot. Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Eye of newt and toe of frog, wall of bat and tongue of dog, adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing, for charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble.
Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Of the raven salt sea shock, root of hemlock, dig it in the dark. Ditch delivered by a drab, make the gruel thick and slab. Add thereto a tiger's children for the ingredients of our cauldron. Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cool it with a baboon's blood to make the charm firm and good.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags, what is it that you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you, by that which you profess, however you come to know it, say it. Though you untie the winds and make them fight against the churches, though yesty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though bladed corn be lodged and trees blown down, though castles topple on their warders' heads, answer me to what I ask you.
command.
Will answer.
But say if thou'st rather hear it from our mouths, or our masters.
Call them. Let me see them.
Pour in sow's blood that hath her 9 furrow eaten. Sweat from the murderous gibbet thrown to the flame. Come high or low, thyself in office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Beware, Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me! Enough!
Whatever thou art for thy good caution, thanks, thou hast heart my feel aright. But one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another one, more potent than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? Yet I'll make assurance, double sure, and take a bond of faith thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lion-mettled, proud, and take no care who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be until great Burnham would to high Dunsinane Hill do come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest with the tree on Fix's earthbound root? Sweet Bodemert. Good! Rebellion's head rise never till the woods of Burnham rise, and our high-placed Macbeth shall live a lease of nature, pay his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
I will be satisfied. Deny me this and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know!
Show! Show!
Show! Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo down. Thy crown does sear mine eyeballs, and thy hair, thy other gold-bound brow. And so I see the twofold balls and treble scepters carry. Horrible sight. But now I see 'tis true, for the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me. What? Is this so?
Aye, sir. All this is so, but why stands Macbeth thus amazedly?
Come, sisters, cheer we up his sprites with the best of our delights,
So that this great king may kindly say that we his welcome did our duties pay.
Let this pernicious hour stand, I accursed in the calendar. Come in, without there.
What is your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them.
Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England!
Aye, my good lord.
Time, thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flighty purpose never is overtook, unless the deed go with it. From this very moment, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand, and even now to crown my thoughts with acts, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not our fears to make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave his wife? To leave his babes? His titles and his mansion in a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest cousin, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the bits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves, when we hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Father, he is fatherless.
I'm so much a fool. Should I stay longer, it would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Sirrah, your father is dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What? With worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean, and so do they.
Oh, poor bird. Thou'lt never fear the net, nor the lime, the pitfall, nor the gin.
Why should I, mother? Poor birds they are not set for. My father is not dead for all your saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
You'll buy him to sell again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet I faith with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies,
and be all traitors that do so.
Everyone that does so is a traitor, and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools. For there are liars and swearers enough to beat the honest men and hang up them.
Oh, God help thee, poor monkey. How wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you'd weep for him. If you would not, it were a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkest.
Blessings, fair lady. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. Be not found here. Hence, with your little ones. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. I remember now I am in this earthly world where to do harm is often laudable. To do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why, then, do I put up that womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these places?
Where's your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor!
Thou liest! Thou shag-haired villain!
What? You egg! Young fry of treachery!
Please help me! Mother! Run away, I pray you!
Let us hold fast the molten sword, and like good men, bestride our downfall and birth them. Every new morn, new widows wail, new orphans weep, new sorrow strike heaven on the face that it resounds with all of Scotland, and cries out in syllable of dolour.
What you have spoken, it may be so perchance. This sole tyrant whose name has blistered our tongues was once thought to be honest. You've loved him well. He had not touched you yet. I'm young. And something you may deserve of him through me and wisdom to offer up a poor, weak, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is! A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge. Why, in that rawness, leave you, wife and child? Those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave-taking. I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine own safeties.
Bleed. Bleed, poor country. Great tyranny, lay thy bases sure, since goodness dare not check thee. Wear thou thy wrongs, the titles of fear. But fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst I am, for all the space that's in the tyrant's grasp.
I speak not in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I tread upon the tyrant's head, my country shall have more vices than it had before by him that shall succeed.
Who should he be?
It is myself, I mean.
Never in the legions of all horrid hell can come a devil more damned than evils to top Macbeth.
But I have none the king becoming graces, such as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness. I have no relish of them. If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
O nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant bloody scepter, when shalt thou see thy wholesome days again, when the truest issue of the throne by their own interdiction stands accursed? Your royal father was a most sainted king. Well, fare thee well. The evils that thou now repeatst upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. Ah, my breast. I hope ends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples and reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth sought by many of these strains to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from overcredulous haste. But God above, deal between thee and me. For even now I put myself in thy direction, and unspeak my own detraction. For what I am truly is thine, and my country's to command.
I have a gentle cousin. Welcome hither.
Good God, remove the means to make us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotlandward, did?
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile, and good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, dying or ere they sicken.
What is the newest grief?
When I came hither to transport the tidings which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumour of many worthy fellows that were out, which was, to my belief, witness the rather, for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help.
Be it their comfort. We are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent good steward and 10,000 men.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like. But I have words that would be howled out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? Is it the general cause, or is it a fee grieve due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
Well, if it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner were on the quarry of these murdered dear to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven.
Give sorrow words. The grief that is not spoken whispers to the overfraught heart, bids it break.
My children too?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said.
He has no children. What? All my pretty ones. Did you say all? Damn it, Hellkite! All? All my pretty chickens and the dam in one fell swoop? Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff! They're all struck for thee, not that I am, not for their own demerits, but for mine! Fell slaughter on their souls! Heaven rest them now.
Dispute it like a man. Be this the whetstone of your sword. Convert grief to anger. Blunt not the heart. Enrage it.
I shall do so. But I must also feel it like a man. I could play the woman with mine eyes, or bracket with my tongue. But gentle heaven, cut short all intermission, and front to front, bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself within my sword's length. Set him!
This tune goes manly. Macbeth is ripe for the shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what comfort you may. Long is the night that never finds the day.
I have 2 nights' watch with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, seal it, and again return to bed, all while in the most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefit of sleep, and to the effects of watching. In this slumber agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, doctor, which I will not repeat after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her. Stand close.
You see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sense is shut.
What is it she does now? Look, how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands. I have seen her continue in this a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
She speaks.
Out, damn spot, out, I say! 1, 2. Why then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, a soldier and a feared. What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account yet? Who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you, Macbeth?
Macbeth had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands ne'er be clean? No more that, my lord, no more that. You mar all with this starting.
Go to. You have heard what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia could not sweeten this little hand.
The heart is surely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep, who have died wholly in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gates. Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to the dead pillows will discharge their secrets. Sin is now the divine more than a physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has made it, and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Revenge is burn in them, for their dear courses would to the bleeding and the grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood shall we well meet them. That way are they coming.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some call him mad, others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands? Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant rope of a dwarvish thief?
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on to give obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge each drop of us.
Or so much as it needs, to do the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. Make we our march towards Burnham.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Till Burnham would come to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall ever have power upon you. Then fly, false thanes! The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear. The devil! Damn thee, black, thou cream-faced loon, where got thou that goose look?
There is 10,000
Geese, villain?
soldiers, sir.
What soldiers, Patch? Death of thy soul, those linen cheeks of thine are counsellors to fear. What soldiers, Wayface?
The English force. So please you.
Satan! I am sick at heart when I behold. Satan, I say! This bush will cheer me ever or deceit me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life is fallen into the seer, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age, as honour, love, obedience, troops of friends I must not look to have. But in their stead curses, not loud, but deep, which the poor heart would fain deny, and dare not. Satan!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, as was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me mine armour.
'Tis not needed. Yet.
I'll put it on. Send up more horses, scurry the country round, hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armour! How's your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she's troubled with thick coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Because I don't minister to a mind diseased. Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow which weighs upon the heart.
That therein the patient must minister herself.
Throw physic to the dog. I'll none of it. Come, put mine armour on. Doctor, the thanes fly from me. Cancer, dispatch! If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her deceased. Pull it off, I say! What purgative drug would scare the English hence? Hearest thou of them?
Aye, my good lord. Your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it off to me! I'll not be afraid of death and bane till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane and Wayne Clear, profit again should hardly draw me here.
Cousins! I hope the days are near at hand that Chambers will be safe.
We doubt enough.
What wood are these enforce?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear before him. Thereby shall we shadow the number of our host and make discovery and report of us.
It shall be done.
We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane and will endure our setting down before it.
'Tis his main hope. For there's advantage to be given, both more or less have given the revolt, and none who serve him but those constrained things whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censures attend the true event. Good and industrious soldiership. The time approaches. that will with due decision make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative, their unsure hopes will aid, but certain issue strokes must arbitrate towards which avenge the war.
Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Here let them lie till the famine and the ague eat them up. Or were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. What is that noise?
It is the cry of women, my good lord.
I've almost forgot the taste of fears. The time of been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fellow there would at a dismal treatise rouse and stir as life were in it. I have supped, full with horrors, dying as familiar to my slaughterous thoughts cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools their way to dusty death. Out, out, brave candle. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
My lord?
Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious, my lord, I come to report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I stood my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar!
Let me enjoy your wrath, if it be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming, I say, a moving grove.
I pull in resolution and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, till Burnham wood do come to Dunsinane. And now, a wood comes toward Dunsinane. Arm! Arm and out! If this which ye avouchest does appear, there's no flying hence nor tarrying here. Ring the alarm bell! Blow, wind, come, rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back.
Now near enough. Your legal creeds thrown down and shown like those you are. You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macbeth, and we shall take what else remains according to our order.
Very well. Do we but find a tyrant's power tonight? Let us be beaten, if we cannot fight.
Make all our trumpets sound. Give them all breath.
those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly. But bear-like, I must fight the cause. What's he that was not born of woman? Such a one am I to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name, in Ennius in hell.
My name is Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No. Oh, no more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorrent tyrant. With my sword I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh in scorn, brandished by man. That's of woman born.
This way the noise is! Tyrant! Show thy face! Thou be killed, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts shall haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched kerns whose arms are paid to bear their staves. Only thee, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheath again undeeded. Here shall thou be. Fortune! Let me find him. More I beg not.
This way, my lord. The castle's gender hinder. The times people on both sides to fight. The noble Thane still braver than the war. The day itself almost professes yours, and little else is to do.
Oh, would the friends who missed were safe arrived?
Some must go off. And yet, by these I see, so great a day as this is cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, the which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought, but like a man he died.
Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his house before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he. And as many sons as I have heirs, I would not have wished him a fairer death. And so, his knell is knolled.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll give to him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his scores. And so God be with him. Why should I die on mine own sword, while I see lives the gashes do better upon them?
Turn, hellhound! Turn!
Of all men else have I avoided thee. But get thee back, my soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword, thou villain more damned than terms can name thee.
his labour. Oh, as easy mayest thou the entrenchant air, with thy keen sword impress make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life which must not yield to one of woman born.
Then despair thy charm, and let the angel thou servest still tell thee, Macbeth was from his mother's womb untimely ripped. Oh.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed, that palter with us in a double sense, that keep the word of promise to our ear and break it to our heart. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield, coward, and be the show and gates of the time. We'll have thee, as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole, and under it, here you may see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with a rabble's curse. Though Burnham woods become to Dunsinane, and thou opposed, being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Lay on, Macbeth, and damned be he that first cries hold. Enough! Ah! Ah!
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold, where lies the usurper's accursed head. The time is free. I see thee, encompassed with the nation's pearl, that speaks its salutation in their mind, whose voice issue now, aloud of mine. Hail, King of Scotland! Hail!